There is now a new building material available, an innovative building material based on a lightweight concrete block. It improves the quality of living, it reduces building time, and saves labour and material cost for the builder and house owner. And most of all, it saves energy for owners and tenants. The name is Composeit. It is an ideal building system for cold countries as well as in hot countries. Any unskilled worker can work with it fast, easy and simple. Composeit changes the way we build houses worldwide. It will help reduce the building cost and also reduce your cost for heating and air conditioning. The system is based on an innovative lightweight building block. The system started in the late 70s. Before the energy crisis of 1973, the European requirements on thermal insulation were not high. In Holland, for example, the traditional building methods applied non-insulated cavity walls, roofs and floors. After the 1973 energy crisis, the Dutch government, like all other European governments, set the standard insulation value at 1.3 K for outer walls of residential buildings. Due to ever-rising fuel cost, energy saving for cold and hot countries has become an important factor for builders and house owners. Composeit goes beyond these standards. For the outer wall we achieve an insulation value of 2.5 K, almost double of the required government standards. The lightweight concrete consists only of cement and perlite, a natural lightweight mineral. The Composeit system already received all the necessary building approvals and certificates from the Dutch Building Authority. Today, all approvals for all European countries have been obtained. A very basic manual plant would produce 700 blocks per shift. Composeit can supply standard plants to produce 7,500 to 15,000 blocks per shift, with semi-automatic and for higher capacities fully automatic plants. These Composeit blocks can be produced for wall thickness of 200 mm, 150 mm or 100 mm. An Composeit building can easily be constructed by unskilled workers. The blocks can easily be sawn by hand to give you a half block. Many man-hours can be saved. First, the blocks are dry stacked up to the required ceiling height. The weight of a 200 mm block is about 11 kilograms. The wall is raised until the level of the next floor is reached. The mortar to bind the blocks is poured in at a later stage. Here you can see that an unskilled worker can stack up to 50 meters squared of wall per hour. For a building height up to 4 stories, there is no need of constructing load-bearing columns and no need of shuttering. This saves additional cost. The floor slab is placed on half of the stacked wall. Steel reinforcements are inserted to give a connection between wall and floor slab. Before we pour the concrete floor, we cut hollow blocks in half and use them as shuttering for the floor slab. These blocks are thermally important because they completely insulate the cold bridge between the floor slab and outside wall, so that condensation cannot occur between the adjacent floor and ceiling. The construction of the concrete floor and reinforcement is carried out in the usual way. When the concrete is poured, it flows into the holes of the Composeit wall. With a wall thickness of 20 centimetres, the holes have a diameter of 15 centimetres, allowing an easy flow of the concrete down to the bottom of the wall. Then steel reinforcement bars are inserted into the holes, which go all the way down. Additional compaction is done by a concrete vibrator. This construction gives you a monolithic load-bearing column within the wall. Building method can be applied for buildings up to 4 floors high. Beyond 4 floors, you require individual load-bearing columns and can build multi-story buildings. Your construction is now ready for the next floor. With the Composeit system, you can also build roof elements. Here we are showing how to build roof elements manually. We insert wooden planks in a distance of 300 millimeters. Later, these will connect the roof slab from the wall base to the top of the ridge. Then we fill the area with our lightweight concrete. The roof elements are ready for installation. Mounting is very simple. The insulation value of the roof is equivalent to that of the wall. The attic of this roof provides a high living quality. Now you can finish your roof with roof tiles. The Composeit system pays much attention to the windows and doors. The most important factor is fast installation and a high insulation value. Double glazed windows in PVC frames or aluminium frames can be installed. The outside is plastered with any normal plaster. Here, a coating is sprayed on. The layer is waterproof, UV and fungus resistant and maintenance free. Like the outside wall, the inside walls are plastered as well. Your Composeit building is ready to move in. Constructed by the innovative and cost-effective building block, you've saved building cost and also your energy costs are reduced by 70%. With the Composeit building system, you can construct a wide range of buildings. This model is a low-cost house for one family. It is also possible to build multi-story apartment blocks. The conclusion is that the Composeit building system comprises of the dry stacking of hollow blocks, the pouring of concrete into hollow to create the load-bearing columns and floor slab in one cast, and the insertion of reinforcement steel into the columns depending on your building height. The Composeit building system provides high insulation while the finishing layer provides high mechanical resistance and a good moisture repellent. The fire resistance of the Composeit wall has been thoroughly tested by the Dutch government authority. This is done by heating one side of the wall to 1000 degrees centigrade for 2 hours. The result is that the temperature on the other side of the wall increases only by 12 degrees centigrade. Another test shows that the fumes released during the fire test are not harmful to health. The finishing layer of the wall was not affected from the 2-hour fire test. It shows that it is still entirely functional and does not peel off from the concrete block. This proves the high thermal insulation of an Composeit block system. Building with Composeit saves you building cost and energy cost. Hot outside, cool inside. Cold outside, warm inside.